adjourn executive session?
So moved. Second.
Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Let the record reflect that Member Griffith did in fact join us in executive session, and no action on time, and no action was taken. Okay. This time I'd like to call to order the Committee of the Whole meeting Monday, October 3rd, 2016. Clerk, please call the roll.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Here.
Here.
Thank you very much. And at this time, it's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Colin Riley, President of the North Canton JCs, and Stephanie Sweeney. She is the 7th anniversary chairwoman. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you. I am Stephanie Sweeney. I am the Community Development Vice President of the North Canton JCs and the chairperson for our 70th anniversary gala. Believe it or not, our organization has been putting on community events in North Canton and the surrounding communities for 70 years. So we thought this would be a perfect opportunity. I know, it's really exciting. And it's this month. So for some reason today, I just started getting really excited. I was like having a hard time concentrating at work. I'm like, oh, it's gala month, it's gala month, it's gala month. But we wanted to come here and just talk a little bit about our organization. I know that you all are familiar with us, and extend an invitation to you to attend our event on October 22nd of this year at Arrowhead. Fantastic dinner and all that, but Colin's going to tell you a little bit more about that. I know that you know the events that we put on in the community. You know, we do Safety Town, we do the 4th of July fireworks, we do our JC Fair, we do the parade. I mean, just countless events throughout the community. But we actually, you know, we are a young professionals organization. I think sometimes people aren't quite familiar with what exactly we do, that we're some kind of wizards behind the curtain. But we're actually a young professionals organization, and you know, our movement here locally has been around for 70 years. But the movement across the country and across the world, the JC movement has been around for 100 years. I am very fortunate to not only sit on the board for the North Canton JCs, but I also sit on the board for the Ohio JCs as training director and a program manager for a distracted driving program. I was lucky enough to attend the national convention in Detroit, where JCs from all across the country came together to talk about all the great things they were doing in the community. And I just wanted to mention that to you because it's not just what we're doing here. You know, supporting the JC movement is supporting professional development and community engagement all across the country. So, and I just kind of wanted to have that nerdy piece as well to tell you about all these fantastic things that, you know, we all learn from each other by attending these events and by celebrating at events like our gala that's coming up on October 22nd. So with that, I'm going to kick it over to our president, Colin Riley.
Stephanie's really good at taking the words right out of my mouth. But we did come here to invite all of you personally to the gala on the 22nd. 70 years of work in the community is a long time, and we want to celebrate those people that came before us. So if you guys are past JCs, please attend with us. And if you know anyone that was a past JC, please let them know about the event. We have some of these handouts, if it's okay, if I could leave them on the table right here.
Absolutely.
Thank you. This way, if you guys know anybody, friends or family, they can come as well. And we're actually asking not for just North Canton JCs, but area JCs. As many of you know, our organization has dwindled over the years. There's only a few chapters left in our immediate area, where there used to be many. So anyone that was a JC in the past, not just North Canton JCs, is welcome, because we're celebrating the last 70 years of JCs in our community. Now, the chapter and the board did ask me to come here today and thank you guys again for all the support you give us throughout the year. It really does help us out time and time again. Like Stephanie said, we're a group of young professionals. We do aim to better ourselves and our communities through the actions that we take. So the assistance you guys give us throughout the year, both with the city, the fire department, the police, City Hall, you guys go a long way to really help us out, for us to grow so we can do some great things in our community. So per the North Canton JCs, thank you again for all that you do, and hopefully we can see you guys at the gala to have some fun with us and celebrate the last 70 years, moving into the next.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
couple quick questions.
Yeah.
Are there pre-sale tickets for?
Yeah, tickets for the gala are on sale now.
Okay.
You can find them online on our website.
On the website.
Yeah, you can go online to our website. These little forms actually are ticket order forms as well.
Okay.
So this will give everyone all the information they would need to either purchase a ticket hard copy or electronically.
Okay.
But so yeah, if you know anybody that would like to attend, please have them buy their tickets sooner so we can do all the proper planning that comes with an event like this.
Okay.
Any other questions? I'm sorry.
No, just for Mike. Mike, could we put a link on our website to theirs? Sure. With the header for the 7th anniversary.
Okay. Would you need anything from us?
If you, I'll get a hold of you.
What's that?
I'll get a hold of you if I need something.
Perfect.
Thanks, Colin.
Thank you.
All right, Paul, Stephanie, and Jamie, if you don't mind standing up here. That's a very good speech. Okay. What we have is a proclamation celebrating the 70-year anniversary. And you know, anyone that is familiar with the work of the JCs, the one area that I can think of is the Easter egg hunt. If you look at work that goes into that Easter egg hunt, I mean, there's thousands of those little eggs with candy. And it's coordinated, it's like the food. That is really an organizational masterpiece. And then the parade too. Everybody's always positive. The fair. I mean, you have a great group of people. We really have good people here at JC's. So I'd like to read this proclamation. I, David Hill, as the mayor of the city of North Canton, hereby recognize the North Canton JCs in celebrating their 70th anniversary. The North Canton JCs have been developing young leaders and serving North Canton since 1946. The dedicated group of men and women ages 18 to 41 strive to make a difference in themselves and their community. The North Canton JCs are affiliated with the Ohio JCs, the United States JCs, the Junior Chamber International, and their creed states that service to humanity is the best work of life. The North Canton JCs offer networking and community projects all year long. However, they are well known for their annual summer enjoyment of the JC Fair and the July 4th parade and fireworks, which hopefully if you're a chef, you will be. For the fireworks, right? And so we're gonna, because we've always worked with folks now. Yes. So that is a good thing. I think we should see that for us. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. All right, number one on the agenda, community economic development, Chairwoman Keasley, CRA discussion.
Sorry. So, back to this. Everybody get a chance to read over your ordinance. I'm going to just open it up.
Well, I'll go ahead and start since I'm the one that initiated this. And my thinking here was to, by stripping it off the books and clearing it, we have the school superintendent, the school board, his finance guy, and his facilities maintenance guy. They were all here together, standing behind their superintendent, our superintendent, and what he had to say about this, and they are opposed to this 100%. And I totally understand where they're coming from. I get it. Conversely, I get the other side of the argument as well. But at the end of the day, we are partners with the school district. That is, in my mind, our largest economic driver in this community. And no offense to the guys that plow snow. That's a pretty good reason to live in town as well. But that's our biggest economic driver. And the fact that they are opposed to this, that pretty much sealed the deal for me. And by stripping the CRA from the books, we're not putting ourselves in a bad position. We're not being anti-development or anything like that. Member Griffith last week made the analogy, it doesn't take one big tool to do a job. It's 25, 26 different tools. And he alluded to this being one of them. We still have the other tools in our belt. Some we haven't used, we haven't even thought about. And I know some thing that as an end to anything, I see this as a new beginning, and it's going to require us to get creative and to look at other avenues. And I have every confidence that this council and administration and with the help of our economic development director, will find other avenues to drive and attract and nurture business within the community. Anyone else have any comments?
Well, I guess I'm torn, not because of all the work I put into it, but because I've been around for a while. One main reason, I guess, maybe to get rid of it is we haven't used it a lot. That's pretty obvious. It hasn't been a significant tool in our toolbox. However, the most recent use of it, however, we all look at it a little bit differently. Maybe it should have been a commercial CRA, but it probably would have been a commercial CRA. We would have negotiated it ahead of time. Somebody, hopefully, if it weren't Leonard Ehoff, would have bought that horrible mobile park. They would have turned it around. That would have been a tool in our toolbox to have helped them do that. CBS wasn't there at the time. It was going to be in the building. So that whole corner has turned around because probably we got rid of the mobile park. And Bob and would have agreed with the commercial abatement. We would have given them 50% or 25% over 10 years. We probably would have given them something to give and but that's certainly 200 times better than that mobile park. And now we also have that nice CBS. And we have paved roads back in there. And you can see back in there. It's safer back in there. So I struggle with the fact that, we haven't used it much over the last few years. And yes, our developers are the ones who tend to use it. And we all agree we're going to get rid of residential anyways. And we only really have one property that's even used it currently as far as new residential improvements. We know Mr. Osborne has his abatement, and there's a couple others. We see the funeral home has one, Baker Blue Car had one. So I really think they are effective. I think that getting rid of residential was our priority, and I think we've made that very clear. Whether some people think the language isn't completely accurate, I get we may need to tweak the language again. But I don't know that trailer, I don't know that we have that corner. I don't know. And that's the hard part. I'm torn. I believe we would have given them a commercial abatement or a commercial CRA, and the schools would have been involved. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot to say if it's less than $1 million payroll, but we wouldn't have given them 115 years. We would have negotiated something, and they would have been thrilled with what we gave them. I just think that we're being a little too short-sighted because that one building has caused so much ruckus that we're going to throw one of our tools away just because. I think if we can effectively manage it, I think we found the problems in the ordinance. We found, we're trying to build stuff into it that makes the permits, tell us what's going on. I think we're trying to do our due diligence on this ordinance. I guess I'm a little disappointed that we're going to get rid of it when we're so desperate for jobs in this community. I struggle.
Marcia and I talked earlier because I drove out there and I said, and Gary's new and I wanted to call him today and say, have we even looked at numbers of the new land? And what's it valued at? Now that you have that land up there. And I said, Marcia, CBS is out there. Would they have
mentioned water side, I'm glad you brought that up. You know, it was a state grave and improved the property at a very significant,
700.
yeah, very significant amount.
That was all state monies then?
No, city matching money.
We got a couple
$100,000.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a pretty significant, I thought,
Listen,
investment
the
for the
times
city.
though are such that it's competitive out there, you know, and maybe we haven't used all of our resources thinking about the Chamber of Commerce, our North Canton Chamber of Commerce, or Stark Development Board. Those are some of the tools and we need to get better at using them.
We do, and we pay the Stark Development Board. And I
Well,
don't
county
think
commissioners do.
I don't think we do as well.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think we utilize that as well too.
So those are just with Marcia on that. Of course, I want schools to succeed. It's a crazy program. I will admit that 100% as well. The state came up with this. They made it unequitable, and it doesn't seem right, and it seems like it should be more of a give and take. But
You know, the county wanted a 4-lane right seat to the airport, which happens to go right through North Canton. That corner was going to boom regardless. Yeah, there was a, you know, and I'll make your argument for you. There was a trailer park there that was generating about $10,000 a year. Now, after the abatement, it's going to be giving the schools let's call it $60,000 a year. And in year 16 and 17, those 2 years would have paid back the school everything they would have made if it would have been a trailer park for those 12 years. Would it still have been a trailer park for those 12 years? I doubt it. But anyways, that's you know that's the argument.
so that's just where, you know, I stand, and it's been a lot of work and a lot of conversation, and that's great. I've learned a lot about it, but I'm disappointed.
Well, I feel you, and I understand the disappointment, but at the end of the day, for me, the fact that we as a city,
We want to. We get nothing out of it. We need to look at performance-based, you know, like occupancy grant in the future here, rather than
In the past, but we're talking about the CRA right now, because, and then.
and that's what I'm saying. Let's look at
A piece of culvert there that we could maintain as well. So if you have any questions, let me know, and if not, I think we should put it on the agenda for next week.
let's see.
Yeah, C is the new part, I'm sorry.
This is as it relates to Mrs. Stroya. We were talking about the alley and what we need to do to facilitate that name change.
Tim was looking into that.
Yeah, this is what Tim did for us. So this will allow us legislative body name changes to the alleys as we for Mr. and Mrs. Stroy's son.
So let me ask you, can anybody come up and say, I want my alley changed, trying to?
They can do the name, yeah?
Well, one of the issues too was, you know, how do maps stay up with that? Because it's one thing to change it, but then if it's not on the map, like, have you you know the research on that, how the ideas for the truck to pull off?
If you will, the purpose for the change is that changing the name of a street or alley, as it says in the legislation, would minimize pedestrian and traffic confusion and optimize safety and efficiency of traffic flow. She didn't come saying that she just wanted to name the alley after her son.
Right.
She said she had difficulty with deliveries because it's on Portage here, and they're reluctant to, as they do on many other side streets, where they'll just stop 4 ways and they run up.
Right.
They're reluctant because of the traffic, and the alley that winds behind that is very narrow, and some be able to provide the access.
Because of the traffic or something.
Right? And you have to show good cause shown to do that.
Yeah, because right now it's probably, it might be a little history on it. It might be alley number 54 there a sign that says alley number 54? No, but if it's labeled correctly with somebody's name or after a tree or whatever, it's on brown alley or something. So that's the whole point. Put it in a week that makes sense for everybody.
Google Maps, I don't know how that goes.
They know what you're doing.
It's probably up there.
Subdivision, I don't know why we can't make a change there.
Google, what do you think?
They called yesterday, told me they're making a roof.
Well, one thing, though, there was the
Just tell Sherry, she'll figure it out.
But there is two emergency vehicles, I know at a lake behind and stuff, so it was a little more steps than just. And I asked you because I think parties and doing all this stuff, and you have a birthday, and here you go, and so I just, we don't want that to be a.
Right, but you need to show good cause, demonstrating that a change to make it a somewhat more of a distinctive name other than Alley 22 might pedestrians and navigate, find a spot that they can, especially for, if you look in that section of Portage, not all of them, but several of the houses there don't have a front parking spot. So you pull into their driveway and then back out, which can be difficult there in Portage. It's the now.
There's a clause in there as well.
Okay,
It's because
thank you.
of safety and traffic concerns. Water sewer rubbish,
Well, and I'm gonna let Mike say a little bit about this, but their Canton stormwater protection plan consultants deemed this the best place to put it, and it's right in our area. We could benefit from that, and they're gonna be paying for it from what I'm hearing about, which is all a good thing. Mike, any more to add with that?
No, that's pretty much it, straightforward,
Yeah.
so.
What are they monitoring?
Groundwater.
The groundwater that's in that area.
Well, but they have a well too.
Well, they've
So
got
this
wells
is
on
from
Yeah.
the entire area, right? So it'll.
They have wells there, we have wells there, we both have monitoring wells out there, but their source water protection, people decided that really another good place to have one is here, and then it'll benefit both of us having it there.
that's the second largest aquifer in
Yeah.
Ohio, is that
It's
correct?
It's a very prolific aquifer.
It's big, we both pull out of it.
So we're both going to benefit, sounds like they're going to pay for it, so. Sounds like anything else then? That's good, we'll put that on. Any questions about anything? I can answer.
Okay, and lastly, the most exciting part of the agenda, finance and property.
Well, reparations time. We, of course, have been at the property from now, 13 years ago, from Clay Township, and we owe them a little bit of money for the remaining tail on the taxes that are due, and I think this is the last year. Am I wrong about that? Jim, do you remember?
I do not.
I think it's pretty big. It's not the last year, it's the penultimate year, so it's close. But I think I remember selling this as next year's the last year, but anyway.
Is this Casita?
Based on, yeah,
Right.
right. And this is a setup in which, of course, we're following the standard provisions that are provided under the statute. So if we do a certain type of annexation, this is what we have to do. So this is what's required by statute.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, and before I ask for a motion to adjourn, I'd like to address a meeting here. We want to, yeah, we're meeting next week is, what day is it?
Tuesday?
Columbus Day, but we are meeting on Monday. It's a legislative agenda. I'd like to move the committee meeting from the 17th, combine that into the 24th. So we'll do the committee after the legislative on the 24th. And we have a motion, a second, to move our committee meeting from the 17th to the 24th.
So we will not have a meeting on the 17th then?
Correct. And that's National Bosses Day too, by the way. So I want to make sure you call the mayor.
Call them what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm calling you. Yeah.
I thought you were bringing it up for you.
His people can call. All right. So we have a motion. Is there a second? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. We'll move that to the 17th, and now, motion and second to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, same sign. We're adjourned. Sorry, Mary Beth, I know you.